Okay. Dan who? Dan double you. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands at my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and hopefully you already are. Welcome back to the Thursday live stream, episode 203. It's always crazy when I say these numbers out loud, but we are still here talking Marvel Legends, and like always, there is something to talk about. But I'm not an insane person. I'm not going to talk to myself. Let me bring him in. It is, of course, Rich M displayed once. Rich, how you doing?
Am I real? Am I here? Hey!
Imagine if you were a figment of my imagination, and like this film ended with just you. It was just an empty seat this whole time, and the audience were telling me who's Rich.
Like Billy Butcher in the last season of The Boys. You know, it's all just like
spoilers. Talking of spoilers, let's put this down. How you doing, Rich? You got anything fun new this week?
Just comic books. Just loads of comics.
Show us some comics.
Look at that Jubilee cover. Oh, beautiful, Dan.
Beautiful. I'm going to open my Copperberg as it goes.
What did I pick up today? I picked up, this was good. I like this. They've relaunched X Factor as like government team now with like mutants based on like popularity and stuff like that. Really odd take on it, but I really enjoyed this. Really good. There's like Feral, Havoc, Angel. Really good read. I like that a lot.
Okay.
And I tell you what I've really been enjoying in a minute is Gotham City Sirens. It's like Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy, and now what's the bloody name? I forgot her name now. What's her name?
Punchline.
That's it.
Yes, I've got the comic knowledge.
These, honestly,
I've got the comic knowledge over Rich today. You've all witnessed it. You've all seen it.
This is really good series. Would highly recommend this. If you liked Exterminators from Marvel, where it was like a cheesecake jubilee, it's the same writer, Leah Williams, and it's very much the same vibes. But it's very much like a return. You don't need to have read any DC comic books in the last million years. You can just read this. For like cheesecake girl on girl action. There we go.
Oh, who doesn't like girl on girl action?
Who doesn't, Dan? Who doesn't?
There you go. Well, today we won't be talking about DC girl on girl action, as tempting as it is. Today,
what am I here for?
The viewers are gonna drop. But we are here because this guy may have inspired us, as he came in this very fancy packaging, which is a tribute to the 1991 Marvel Trading Cards Series 2. Now, Robo, I think, found our leaked list of our scheduled streams, Rich, because Robo beat us to it this week and put up a video himself going through the cards. So we're basically going to do a similar vibe. So shout out Robo, of course. But we're going to go through the series and just talk about our perspective on characters that we think would be good to get re-releases versus ones we've already got. And maybe by the end of it, Rich, we can come to a conclusion of a nice six-figure wave based off characters that were on this card back. Do you have the cards? I assume you have some of them.
I got some of them. I haven't got the full of this series. I was like the X-Men series, the ones that I've got, like all of them, a little binders still.
Very nice. Well, talking of cards, I'm still showing these off. So these cards are exclusive to Star Action Figures over here in the UK, celebrating this summer's 85th anniversary program, made by friend of the channel, Mr. Mini Plastic Multiverse. He has put together these beautiful cards that for $9, so obviously all the sets that are not exclusive to Amazon, essentially, These are beautiful. I did post a video showing these in more detail. But if you buy the set from Star Action Figures, then you will be gifted the complimentary card. And Brandon's told me if you collect all 9 and send him an email, he sends you a cash prize. He may not have told me that, but that would have been a fun gimmick. So there you go. He's going to be mad at me for saying that now. But there you go. The cards look great. So talking of Star Action Figures, you will notice in the live chat right now, I've already pinned my interview because I told you what was happening. And I sat down earlier this week. Literally, I was sat down for the whole thing. I spoke to Dan Yoon from Marvel Marketing Team about some Marvel Legends. So as you can imagine, I put this out there to the community. I was like, what should I ask? What should we speak about? And I got a lot of different suggestions and character call-outs and stuff like that. So it's really hard to condense that into one sort of 20-minute conversation. But I tried my best to have, again, just to have a casual chat with Dan and try and get some nuggets. So that live stream, or that interview, sorry, will be premiering this Saturday, followed by a live stream from the Star Action Figures Collectors event. So here it is, Star Action Figures on Saturday, the 17th of August. They are doing a special collectors event where I'm going to be there in person in Brighton. That's right, I'm making the 3-hour drive down. The Americans can feel me on that one because they like to drive places. I'm driving all the way to Brighton to stream live from the Star Action Figures, their brand new sort of showroom, and we're going to premiere the interview and then go live and show off some new toys from the convention, as Brandon, our friend at Hasbro, is going to be there showing off some brand new product. So yeah, stay tuned for the weekend, people. That's
Hasbro friend.
Hasbro friend. Yeah, so my friend from my friend and yours. You may recognise him from the live streams, of course. He still has an emoji on the channel. Feel free to use it at your peril. But I'll be there on Saturday. That's this Saturday. And that's not just me as well. Sith Lord will be there representing Star Wars, and Bruce from Toys R Us. No copyright infringement on the logo at all. He's cleared it with his lawyers, I'm sure. But they will both be there representing Transformers and Star Wars. They're doing their own interviews with the Hasbro teams and their own live streams as well. So if you're into Star Wars, Transformers, and obviously Marvel Legends, then keep an eye on the socials and on the YouTube for some fun stuff happening this weekend. But as I said, my interview with Dan Yoon will be going live on Saturday, 4 p.m, followed by a live stream from me at about 4:30. And there may be some special guests on that live stream. Maybe the super co-host Substitute will be there with me. And maybe a guy that has some dots in his name, but I can't quite remember him right now. He'll remind us later, I'm sure.
Just to let everyone know, first of all, that they couldn't afford my rider list.
That's true.
To do the gem and the hologram stream. I was available, but they just couldn't afford it, so I will be watching like everyone else.
Yeah, so we couldn't afford Richard Rider, that's a Marvel reference, right? Richard Rider, he's a Marvel character.
Hey, yeah, Dick Rider. Yeah. Who doesn't love a Dick Rider, Dan?
Let's go. Can we go back to the girl on girl action, please?
Go back to the girl on girl.
Yeah.
Gotham City Sirens available now.
Can we go back? Shout out to Jamie Gitchard, by the way. He says, "Hey everyone, can't wait for Saturday. I will be hairy," says Jay. What's he mean? He will be hairy. That wasn't a requirement, Jay. Like, is that on the small print of his invitation? You must be hairy. Right, let me jump to the chat real quick. Let's say hello to some people. Do the housekeeping, and then we can. Then we can talk some trading cards. Where's my live chat gone? It was here a minute ago, and then it's vanished. Don't worry, I'll find it. I'll find you. You're there somewhere. There it is. It's fine. Right, Jamie Gitchard says, "Hey everyone, can't wait till Saturday. Also, 41 months is crazy." Yeah, thank you very much for your 41 months of support, Jamie. I appreciate you. I will give you a hug in person. 41 hugs if you wish on Saturday. I will see you on Saturday, my friend. Let me scroll up a little bit as well because Jason Lopez, the retweeting king, was also in the chat. Showing some love for 5 months with the triple pals there. I appreciate that. Let's shout out some names that were also in the chat nice and early. Who did we have? We had Kevin, the Fossil, Kev's Collectibles, Jelly Figs. Damien says, "Evening all." I think he's in Finland, maybe? Is that the Finland flag or the Danish? It's not Danish, is it? Is it Finland?
Norway?
Norway?
Greenland?
No, Norway.
Finland?
Could be
Finland?
Norway.
Finland. I think it's Finland. I think it's Finland.
Okay, could be here. Tell us in a minute, I'm sure. Shout out Damien, wherever he is, traveling around Europe. Lorenz, Prince, Octane, Cloud Fox is there. Going to have my card binder next to me for this stream. Perfect, because we will absolutely be going through that card list today. Tac, happy birthday for Saturday on Tac. I know it's his Saturday. He doesn't remind us every hour or anything. I think he's hinting for gifts or something. But shout out Mark Tac for his birthday on Saturday. His birthday Saturday, people, if you were unaware. Figure Cave Collectibles, Adam, Batman, Moran, John there. Little Leaf Creation, shout out Pete. Mike Doubters there with the eye emojis. I see you. Hobby. Who else got? Scotty C says bonjour. Scotty C is not French, by the way, people. I don't know why this illusion, but shout out Blue Owl Collectibles. Go and buy your Marvel Legends from there. He had some really good import stuff recently. So if you're a UK Marvel Legends guy, keep an eye on Scotty C's Blue Cloud Collectibles, because he's getting some stuff some of the other stores ain't. All right, he's willing to import that stuff in to help out the UK community, which we appreciate. So shout out Scotty C. The Blue Cloud Collectibles gets my tick of approval. Mr. Akfigs, is that it is? He says, when does it begin? It begins right now. You're obviously new here. We 8 o'clock is just the what's the word? The suggested
retail
time.
price.
Yes, 8 o'clock is just a suggested start time. We usually are live around about that time scale, so don't you worry. We're here now. That's the main thing.
This here takes minutes, okay? It takes minutes, people.
It takes time. Arvin says, how's everyone? We are doing good. Arvin, hope you are well. Disavowed Action Figures is there as well. General Waste says, sup, dudes. What's up, General Waste? He says, we need a new classic New Mutants, like soon. That'd be great. I'll take some new classic New Mutants. Phoenix says, sup. Who else? We got the Wolfpack says, that's a catchy jingle. I forget I've got a tune, but we got Bruce, Brian, Rocky. He's there as well. Is that the Puerto Rico flag? I feel like this is a test of my geography knowledge today. Start with the flag.
We know that I'm coming last in that test, don't we? So.
Robert's there as well. Stryden. There's Brandon. Brandon was in there of the eye emojis. He's lurking. Kenny's there. And Culture. Oh my God. We killed Kenny. No, he isn't. He's alive in the chat right now. Home Dude. How you doing? Hello. Hope all is well. Let's go quickly to the housekeeping. Where is it? You know the score. Go and check out all the long form content on the channel. Where is it? There it is. Legend of Liquor is this week, by the way. Quick update. Legend of Liquor is this week. I missed last week as I was in... Where was I? I was in, not Mallorca, the other one. Menorca. I was in Menorca on the weekend. So this weekend I'm back for Legends of Liquor. So another weekend of live streaming. So I'll be live from Star Action Figures on Saturday. And then I will be doing Legend of Liquor regular scheduled. I might move it an hour later, by the way, because the Chelsea game it kicks off the season on Sunday. Amanda's not home. And I would like to enjoy that of a Koppelberg before I have to sit on the stream for 4 hours, as much as I love you all. So I may delay Legend of Liquor by an hour, but it's happening Sunday, all right? So start hitting me up with those DMs after the show if you want to be on Legend of Liquor this weekend. If you want to contribute, get our attention, show some support, show some love to the channel, you can do so. Anything over £4 or $4. Friday, our Talking Robot assistant will read it out loud for you. She interrupts the show and she will read out whatever you type, all right? She can't pronounce many things correctly, but or can I? So we allow it. So anything over £4, $4, Streamlabs, donation link at the top of the chat, or the little $ in the YouTube chat. We appreciate you. Hit that join button as well to become a channel member, and if you do so, then you can become a part of the Who Crew Deluxe tier. Now last week we ended up being on stream for an extra hour just drawing on a whiteboard. I think all of us need therapy. I don't know what happened. People could have left at any point, but no, we chose to stay for an extra hour just drawing on a whiteboard. So that's the exciting stuff you get with the Who Crew Deluxe. Sign up now for some group therapy sessions with a whiteboard. Right, okay, let's get into new toys. What have I got? Right, I haven't. Okay, that's not new. That's not new. That's not new. I'll put that down. Sorry. Right, I've showed that. I've showed the cards. I've showed Death's Head, and here's the packaging. So this is the reason we are talking about this 91 card series, as this is a tribute to the 1991 Marvel card series. And like Rich has already alluded to, Marvel don't make brand new pretty packaging, tribute packaging like this for a one-off. I don't think we can think of an example where we've only got one-off packaging. There's usually a
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider so far. Ghost Rider and also the X-Force.
X-Force Deadpool.
Do you know what? As I said that, I'm glancing down at the X-Force thing. So yeah, you're right. Ghost Rider.
Didn't know she was though, Dan, so you won that one.
Okay,
That's
fair. That's fair. So there's a couple out there, okay, which Rich has proved. It was a test that Rich passed. Well done. But we're pretty confident, and they've said this as well. I think even Jesse Falcon said it, and you know, if he says it, it's going to happen. He seems to be the overlord over there at Hasbro and Marvel. So
that's one word for him.
But it seems like we may get more of these. So, like Robo's already done this week. We did say we were going to do it before Robo. Shout out Robo, but I don't want people claiming we copied him. I know people get mad on YouTube when they don't give credit. I give everybody credit. Everybody individually have some credit.
Simpsons did it first.
Simpsons always did it first, for sure. But it's just fun, isn't it? It's just fun to be nostalgic and sort of dissect.
Shout out to Robo, who's probably done it. Shout out to Strong Collectors, who's probably done it. Shout out to Shaman's Prime, probably did it. Shout out to X-Man, who's probably done it. Shout out to all the Legends creators that I've forgotten. Scorpio, you've probably done it as well. And who else am I forgetting? David Displays Model Behavior, MCU Collector, Unparalleled Universe, everyone, they've already done it.
Does Eva Vera do reviews anymore? Does Eva Vera?
Yes, he does. Shout out to Eva Vera. Jay Hernandez sometimes does reviews every now and again.
Every video for Jay Hernandez is like, I'm back. He goes away for a few weeks and he comes back. By the way, I love Jay Hernandez and I love his videos, so I say that with love. It just makes me giggle that he's back.
Wolfpack's probably done it. Toying Around's probably done it. Don't forget Troy collects toys, because he'd be mad if you forget about Troy.
Oh, don't forget Troy. Don't forget Troy. I love Canada, by the way, Troy. Nothing but love for Canada.
And I love the gays, so there we go.
Okay, so now we've shouted out every Marvel Legends YouTube creator. If we forgot any, let us know in the chat.
Pose of X-Men. Shout out to Pose of X-Men and the leak list as well. Shout out to Pose of X-Men.
Did Dayspring actually have a leak list, or is he just daydreaming?
I think Dayspring wants them all, but shout
Daydream
out to Daystring.
did he I feel like Dayspring was sleeping and wrote down some names in his sleep, woke up to a list and went, it's a leak list, because it was all like very, very unique X-Men characters. But I hope they all come true. I hope they all do come true.
But he does want that Marvel girl in the red costume, and he said he was in the green costume. So I don't think he would have said that I think someone sent it to him, but it could just have been like, I don't know, someone, it could have just been Craig on like a bad night on a burner account going, I've made up these list of X-Men.
Me and Rich are actually thinking about making a fake leak list and spreading it out there on some burner accounts just to see if any YouTubers picks it up, just so we could sit and giggle at them. But we're not that mean. So we can't
do it now because you said. So there goes my Marvel Legends at Hasbro Canada account that I made for no reason now, don't I?
Don't say it. I'm going to Google that now. I'm going to try and look for that account right now, see if it exists. All right, cool. Okay, let's talk some Marvel Legends then, right? Let's get rid of the chat as much as we appreciate them. I'm pressing the wrong button there. Right. First of all, this week's Marvel Legend news is the Doctor Strange. It went up for pre-order. This got revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, as we know. You've got Wong for the very first time in the Marvel Legends line. With Bats, the accessory, of course. That's the little ghost dog. And we also got a sort of an ill Doctor Strange, but he's meant to be possessed because you get the Dormammu head with it. So it's basically an ill Doctor Strange. The main event of this set for me is Wong. I think Wong looks really good. Brand new character to add to the line. I always like those effect pieces as well, and we've only really ever got them with the MCU figures in the past. I would have preferred the set, and we said this previously, if this was a Wong and Baron Mordo 2-pack, chef's kiss. 2 characters we need for the Doctor Strange sort of universe, but it is another Doctor Strange. I don't hate Doctor Strange, but I would have preferred Baron Mordo selfishly. But there you go, Doctor Strange and Wong 2-pack with Bats the dog. It is a nice little fun accessory with the weird floating thing. Are you in on this, Rich, anyway? I assume you would want.
I love Bats the dog, and also Wong currently in my Marvel Snap card. If it's in my Marvel Snap card list, Dan, I'm there. I'm there for it.
You're in.
So Wong doubles the effects on reveals, so I love a bit of Wong.
Rich, there you go. You heard it here first. Rich loves a bit of Wong. There it is. But it's a cool set. I do like it. For myself, selfishly, I would have swapped out Doctor Strange for Baron Mordo, and it would have been perfect, ideal. But it's still a very nice set. Amazon exclusive.
The line keep coming across your screen for me.
Yeah, it's like a flickering.
It's like as if I'm like a copyrighted, like
Yeah.
dodgy copy
I
of
told you.
myself. I do
I told you. You're
apologize to
AI.
everyone.
You're AI. You're not real. I think it could be Zoom again. Remember, Zoom didn't like us last week, so let's not stress about it. We're fine. We're good. We can see and hear you. That's the main thing. Okay, so that's an Amazon exclusive. It should be available on Amazon right now if you're in the US. In the UK, it will probably be available in about 3 weeks time. Okay, we don't know why, but Hasbro just take ages by putting up their Marvel Legend pre-orders. I'll get on the phone to my friend Brandon and be like, oh, shout out Hasbro, shout out Amazon for us, because yeah, the link will be there eventually, and when it is, I'll share it in
Brandon,
my
he
story.
hasn't learned how to upload to Amazon yet. He just can't do it. It's really complicated to get those pictures in line, get the code up. Oh, it takes
Yeah,
forever. It
yeah.
takes forever.
So it'll be on Amazon UK eventually, I'm sure. But yeah, Amazon exclusives. They're usually okay to get. Once they're up there, they're usually okay to obtain. I think the few that we've had so far, they're still up there. I think the Cabal set in America has already started shipping. The Cabal, I guess is how you say it, not the Cabal. The Cabal, which isn't due for us until September. So, but yeah, so far so good. Destiny's another Amazon pack as well, right?
Destiny and Rogue.
Yeah, how could we forget that? It's got so many accessories.
September. Oh my God, I can't wait
So
for all
many
those hands.
accessories.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's
So
all I've
many.
been waiting for, those hands. I'm just going to do a picture on my Instagram of those hands. Can't wait for it.
But there you go. There you go. So that's this week's Marvel Legends news. I've just noticed the chat are just giving us other YouTubers as well. Shout out The Amazing, Mad Hatter, and Parallel Universe, Maple Syrup and Waffles. I don't know if that's a food suggestion or another YouTuber we were
I
forgetting.
said a parallel universe.
Yeah, it's fine. He gets another shout out because I know a lot of people are getting their Odiouses in hand. Me and Rich both also ordered Odious, and we do not have them in hand yet. So clearly,
Mine is shipped though. I've had a shipping
okay.
notice.
I think mine is shipped too. Is yours? Did you just get Odious or did you get a bare body as well?
No, I got a big body. I think I might have got a little O as well. I think I went all in,
I've
Dan.
already got Little O. Little O's lurking. He's always watching me. Look, he's trying to stab me in the back, Little O. But there he is. No, I got a bit. I think because our packages are bigger then because we ordered. So I ordered a bare body as well. Maybe our
Yeah, we
packages
have got
are bigger.
massive packages to be
Massive
fair. Both of
packages.
us.
I didn't want to.
Both of us.
I didn't want to brag, but there is a massive package, yeah, for sure. Right, okay, so let's get into trading cards eventually. There he is, Def said. We got him in hand. Hopefully everyone who wanted one was able to get one. I know there was a bit of a kerfuffle on Amazon, not Amazon, on Pulse, but I do think he's been available and people have been able to get hold of him.
I think he went back up, didn't he?
Yeah.
So if you missed out on the first wave, there's a pre-order. So I think more come into the UK.
He's a great figure. Honestly, it's a really nice figure. It's a lot of reuse from a Colossus, but it's reuse that makes sense. He's a big, bulky figure. I know a lot of people would have preferred this in the green because that's how he originally first appeared in the Transformers comics, but this is how he appeared on the Marvel card, which is what they're trying to tribute here in this packaging. And that leads us on to today's conversation, where we're going to go through the cards and see if we need any of these in Marvel Legends form. So let's start off with an A-lister. And let's go Spider-Man. Now, there's been so many different comic artists for Spider-Man over the years, Rich. It's so hard to look at one and instantly tell you who that is. So I don't know if this is a Spider-Man particular to any artist, but let's be honest, we've got a lot of Spider-Man Marvel Legends. Do we need another one? No, we don't need another one. Would they make another one? Yes, of course they will. He's an A-list character that always sells very well. So I could see a Spider-Man being on this card style, but he's not needed. Would you agree?
I agree. I think if they're going to use this card back for another wave, then it should be like an apology wave of all the characters who've been on these cards since 1991, who've never got a figure or never got a look that's on these cards. I think Spider-Man, we've got Spider-Man a million times. Spider-Man does not need to be on this card.
Agreed. But if Hasbro did it, we wouldn't be surprised. Now, Daredevil, a little bit different. Now, I know on this card he has got the cell shading, and we have recently got the Daredevil in the VHS set with the cell shading. There it is. I haven't even opened mine yet. It's still in there. But I know a lot of people are using that as a Frank Miller Daredevil as well for their comic shelves. But I do think people would appreciate being able to get themselves the newly articulated Daredevil single pack. As so far, the new articulated Daredevil has only been in the 3-pack with Elektra and Bullseye and in that VHS 2-pack. So I think a single Daredevil, as much as I don't think it's necessary for this card design, I reckon the community would welcome a single pack Daredevil. That's my point. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think people would want a Daredevil, but I think it could be in just a normal wave, or I don't think it needs to be on this card back type of thing unless they do something special with it. But yeah, I mean, I would love a single release Daredevil. I think that 3-pack one was amazing, and I think getting out to a wider audience would be good. But I don't think it needs to be on this. Like I said, this should be used for characters we haven't got or looks we haven't got, and we've got this look and this character before, so I don't think it needs to be on there.
Agreed. And just going back to Spidey for a second, the chat are telling me it's the Eric Larson Spider-Man. It's the sort of more black and red, isn't it, rather than the blues highlights and stuff. So, yeah, very nice. So again, two A-list characters to start us off. Let's keep scrolling. Right, the Thing. We're moving into a Fantastic Four sort of era now with the MCU, and in pop culture the Fantastic Four will be obviously pushed a little bit more because of their MCU connections. Do we need them on Marvel Legends form? No, not really. We have got 3 full Fantastic Four teams in the modern era. I do think there is still, like, the Future Foundation is another option, but it's not related to these cards. So I'm just going to skip past the Thing here, Rich, unless you've got any thoughts.
I think the thing though is what they could do, especially with the movie coming out now, is like an updated pinless, double jointed thing, because being the bulky characters, they seem to be the last ones. They still seem to be all on the pinless body. Yeah. So if they did that with like double jointed knees that are pinless, double jointed elbows that are pinless, like different faces, there's ways they could do the Thing. But like you said, it doesn't need to be on this, and we have got a lot of things out there. So
yeah, no, I agree. There's still lots of different body types in the Marvel Legends line that can do with that pinless upgrade for sure. And I do think we will see more Fantastic Four, both comic and MCU, moving forward in the Legends line as well. It's inevitable. But again, for me and my world that I'm building, by the way, all the figures are back on the shelves now, by the way. Nothing on the floor, people, not apart from turtles, but that's a different story. So for me, if we're going to get another Fantastic Four team, I would like probably the Future Foundation in the newer sort of style, because we haven't had that in the modern era yet. But no, I agree. And we'll come back to Fantastic Four, I'm sure, in a moment, because the rest of the team are there. Now, let's take a pause a minute here for Jean Grey Marvel Guild. Now, this is what Day Springs was talking about, right? This is the one
Day Spring would be like I Champion, Hexima.
Yeah.
I think Day Spring would explode if they announced this figure. So yeah, this is definitely the Jean figure that they need. This is from X Factor. This is his second costume she had from X Factor issue 25 on. It's a great look for Jean. I love this look because it pays tribute to like the classic Dark Phoenix costume. It's like Jean reclaiming it. Like, she's a good girl now. She's not gonna kill your planet. She's gonna love Scott Summers instead. So yeah, this is a good look for Jean. It's a look that we need. We've had Cyclops in his like second X Factor costume. We've got Archangel. We've got Blue Beast. We haven't really. We've got Iceman kind of, but not really, because it was that one with the line running down his face and the belt wasn't exactly right. But Jean, this version of Jean is 100% needed. I mean, she's the first lady of the X-Men franchise. There's not enough Jean figures, and there's certainly not enough good Jean figures out there.
Agreed.
Most of them are bloody awful. So to get this on like an old pinless body would be great. I would love this Jean.
Yeah, and it's one of those designs as well, which Hasbro could knock out easy as well. There's not really much additional sculpting they needed on that from the base bodies they currently have. Like, I do think this is a repaint that would make sense. Obviously, a nice new sculpted head would be good. Yeah. Maybe a masked head and an unmasked head. But yeah, I'd take this. Happy days. Because I know some of the other X-Men have slightly altered costumes as well in this era. So yeah, Jean, again, new body. We've got too many jelly leg Jeans. We need a new era in Marvel Legends of sturdy standing Jean Greys. So yeah, I will take a Marvel Grill, and shout out Day Springs, of course, who would also want it. The rumor is, according to Day Springs list, is that we're going to get her, but in the green or something, right?
Yeah. Which was an original look. I mean, like, I would take both versions of Jean. I love X Factor. Love the new X Factor, love the old X Factor, the original team. And again, that's where Jean Grey came back after being dead for many years. She turned up in X Factor. She went to Avengers a little bit before that, and then Fantastic Four before that, and then like turned up in X Factor issue 1 and joined with the original X-Men. And it's a really good run by the Simpsons. So The Simpsons. Walt Simpson.
They did it first.
The Simpsons. I know, yeah, they did it first. Walt and Louise Simpson, really good run. Highly recommend it. Yeah, so I would love this figure.
All right, good stuff. I agree. Moving down. Here's one I think everybody can agree they want. As when we did our poll, Rich, during that 80th anniversary sort of run we did, according to our community that watch this stream weekly, this is currently the most wanted Marvel Legend character. Full stop, period. And spoiler alert, I did mention her and bring her up with Dan Yoon in my interview, all right? So I'm trying to do the work, people. I'm trying to make it happen. But yes, we want Phoenix, aka Rachel Summers, in her sort of how is it hellhounds they called them when they were hunting mutants?
Yeah, she was the Hellhound, Ahab's Hellhound
Yeah.
in the future. Um, I think of all the X-Men characters and all the looks out there, like of all the figures they've never done this look. So I think this is the big one that they need to do. It fits in with Excalibur. I think it's Rachel's most recognizable look as well.
Agreed.
Like she's currently back in the X books again with an X-Force now. But she's served on so many different themes. We've obviously had one Rachel in the Marvel Legends line. We had it in a modern day Marvel girl costume,
Yeah.
the green and yellow skirt and like tube top look. But I think this is the look.
And that's an
everyone wants
old
for
figure as well, by the
Rachel.
way. That's like a Dark Days of Hasbro figure.
Dark Days of Hasbro, definitely, yeah. And they did like a variant where she was like all in black, like the astral form,
Yeah.
Rachel as well. But this is the one I think everyone, it would tick off Excalibur. It more or less ticks off the 90s era of X-Men as well, apart from Feral. Feral and this version of Rachel are the two that we need, I think, the most. So if we got this next year, and on this card, like this could be like fan favorites or like giving back to the fans wave or something like that, they could call it. Win brownie points, you know. Everyone loves Hasbro, I'm sure, but they would love them even more with this wave when they done.
Well, the Excalibur set with She Who Shall Not Be Named, Megan and Captain Britain, that was revealed, came out in 2021. So it's been a good few years since we've had that. So Excalibur has been on Marvel's mind, and we've got another version of, a re-release of Nightcrawler since then as well, on the new Pinless Body in the X-Men 97 wave. So she is that just missing piece to completing the team. She's one of those characters where she is the last jigsaw piece to complete that team on the shelf. So she's got to be in Hasbro's radar. She has to be in their plans somewhere. We've just got that Jean Grey with that big Phoenix flame effect in the deluxe packaging. You know, when they tool something up that good, they're going to want to find a reason to redo it. So if Rachel's the choice for it, I'm fine with it. Just don't make us wait too long for it. That's all. So yeah, if we get Rachel, I want her in this exact look. This is the look I want her in. If you're not going to do her in this look, then don't bother, all right? Because this is the look I want, the Hellhound Rachel look. And yeah, if she comes with that deluxe Phoenix piece, that's fine. I don't mind it. It's a good looking piece. But yes, Phoenix would definitely be one. But if you don't want to give her the Phoenix piece and just put her in this packaging, I'm fine with that as well. Just get her out there in the Hellhound look. She's definitely up there. If we do a top 10 of most wanted legends right now, she's in that list undoubtedly.
Yeah, 100%. And this is like that card. You could just put the Phoenix like
in the background,
behind there, yeah, and have like a couple of fire effects, and job's done. Yeah, sell this Phoenix.
Hasbro, give us a ring, right? You can just zoom us into these calls. We can help you out. All right, so there you go. There's Phoenix. All right, let's keep going. So that's a definite one. So basically, as we go through these lists, by the end of today's stream, me and Rich are going to come up with our own sort of our own list.
If I was in the Hasbro offices now, this is the one that I would be breakdancing for. It would be like Ray Gun of the Olympics, but I would be breakdancing for it.
I've been wanting to crack an Australian Olympics breakdancing joke for ages. So I'm glad you've snuck it in there. Yeah, as long as you're not breakdancing like her from Australia, I think you'll be okay. I think you're okay.
I feel like I'm going to spend the next 4 years because I think I could represent Britain if it's that easy.
You'd get my support. I want Rich M. Displayed wants to be representing Britain in Los Angeles for the 2028 Olympics. Let's do it because again, for the Olympics, it's Great Britain, isn't it? It's Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and it's just Scotland, Wales, and England. So we can be a team, Rich. I'll be your coach. All right, I'll get you some old school hip hop music. We can do this. All right. Anyway, moving on. Griffin! We need a Griffin, right?
Griffin, 100%. Samara like that, riding a Griffin. It's like it's come from my dreams, Dan. I would love this figure.
Yeah, so to be honest, we've got a couple of Namors. We got the Savage Namor at the end of last year, really. But Namor could probably be on the more pinless body now if you wanted to. I don't think he's an essential character for the line though. Like if we're scaling it Rachel Summers to Namor, again, Namor's way down here. We've got a couple of representations of Namor on the shelf that will suffice for the time being. So not one that I think we need. Griffin though is an interesting toy. It's a deep cut for sure.
Hang on, David Evan Smith has just texted me and said,
Yep.
"A shirtless man in pants, you must not refuse this." I can't refuse it, Dan.
Okay.
Namor on this card, it is Speedos, flexing his arms. That's what I need.
Of
Shout out
course.
David Evan Smith.
Shout out David Evan Smith. He absolutely wants this, and I can't disagree. If he wants it, allow it. Make it happen, all right? Let's keep going. Right, here's another Fantastic Four member. Now, we've just talked about the Thing. Rich said that there's ways to upgrade the Thing, as we could get a pinless version with the double-jointed elbows. Granted, I agree. Fantastic Four is another character that I think they can do a better job with. So far, all we've got are those salad finger, long finger hands, which ain't the best representation of bloody Reed Richards' power set. Like, the movie
They are
figures,
neglecting his massive pistol. That's what they're doing, isn't they?
Yeah.
Look at it. It's massive.
Look, Reed Richards can have massive anything he wants. That's how good Reed Richards is. But look, some of the movie Fantastic Four figures had like interchangeable torsos and stretchy parts and everything. And like Legends, there's so much potential for a Reed Richards, and we haven't got there yet. We've got long arms or long fingers. Like we need.
Who owns Stretch Armstrong? They should get the rights to Reed Richards, and then you could just have like one you could just like tear apart type of thing.
I do think there's the potential out there to do a deluxe Reed Richards with interchangeable torsos and leg pieces and a big stretchy neck, long arms. We no more long fingers. Like, granted, I know there's a comic panel out there where he's using his keyboard with long fingers. Look at this. I can use my keyboard from an extra foot away. Like, very impressive, Reed. Very impressive. However...
Do you know what? They could do this as an Amazon 2-pack, because they could do it with all the pieces for Reed, and then just do it with Invisible Woman, and Invisible Woman's not in there. It would be even worse than the Rogue and Destiny pack. Literally nothing. Just a name tag saying Reed Richards and Invisible Woman, but then for Reed, you get like a million things.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that. Yeah, I do think there's potential for a better Reed Richards. Now, this box is a bit bigger than your average Marvel Legend box. At least I think so. Maybe it's just my perception, but maybe there's some room there for some accessories, is all I'm saying. So, get creative, Hasbro, all right? Use some plastic up. And get creative, because I do think we can do a better Reed Richards, and Rich agrees. Let's keep going. Now, you mentioned Iceman earlier, Rich, and you mentioned he's got that line on his face. I agree. We have not yet got our definite Marvel Legends Iceman character. I do think with this pinless tech now, there's potential for an Iceman upgrade. As long as he doesn't have that seam running down his face, I think anything would be an upgrade at this point. I know the Age of Apocalypse one people quite like, but I still think we need a classic one, more stripped down version of Bobby, and an ice slide as well. Like, Legends haven't really done an ice slide yet, have they?
No, just like a skid mostly.
Yeah,
They haven't done the
nice
full
skid.
on, and they like this pack would be the perfect way to do that. A big ice slide, like, and like a all pinless Bobby. Like, I mean, like that amazing Friends 3-pack. We had like an updated cell shaded Bobby, but I want like a clear version of Bobby, all pinless, like more like using like the Age of Apocalypse kind of plastic, that kind of look, like translucent a bit. But yeah, I 100% need an updated Bobby Drake. He's another one like Jean Grey, one of the original X-Men, been like overlooked quite a lot. Could definitely use a new figure.
Yeah, cool in the chat says he would like an X Factor Iceman, please. But I agree, there's definitely some potential for an upgraded Iceman. I would like an ice slide as well for display. I've seen some epic custom ones out there on Instagram and whatnot, but I'd like to see Legends give it a go. As I said, they're getting better with their more deluxe accessories. That Phoenix we mentioned is an example of what they can do when given the right sort of price point, I suppose. So I don't mind paying a little bit extra if we're going to get a nice fancy ice slide to display them on. So yeah, Iceman's another one. Shall I just skip past this, Rich? I just skip past.
My heart.
I never seen anything. Continuing on with our Fantastic Four conversation. Again, Fantastic Four. We've got plenty of them represented in plastic form, but you could always give us the pinless tech. You could always upgrade them a slightly bit, different bit. Do you want another Johnny Storm?
Yeah, but I don't think I need another flamed on. Unless they did it like this, no, like with all like the actual flame sculpted on and stuff like that. If they did it like the classic looking like Human Torch, I would be up for that. But otherwise, with flamed on Johnny Storms, I'm good with what I've got at the minute. But if they were going to do like a retro version, like all like sculpted on flames and bits coming off, which they wouldn't do, I don't think. But then they may do because there's a movie coming out and there's not much you can
That's what I'm
do with a
saying.
Human Torch. It is flames unlocked.
When things
So if
are
you
in the
went all out,
zeitgeist,
yeah, if all your budget went on that, then yeah, do it. I would be up for that.
the previous Flamed On versions, it was the Walgreens exclusive single packed, and then we got it on the retro card as well. And both of them basically just have like the sculpted flame on his wrist and like a bit of flames on his ankles or something. And then you have that little backpack that you just put on his back. Flame on, put my backpack on. Like it's a little clip-on backpack with a few flames over his shoulder. So I definitely think Hasbro can do a better job at representing a flamed on Johnny Storm. So yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing them have a go at it. But again, we're in that new era now where with the pinless tech and stuff like that, everything can be slightly upgraded compared to what we've got. Is it a missing character in our current collection? No, absolutely. But I'd be curious to see what they do.
People in the chat are saying about Jim Hammond, if they did like the original Human Torch, that's the way you can get both.
The Android one, yeah.
Because essentially, like when Johnny's in his like classic look, it is more or less that. So you could like swap them in. But if you did it as a Jim Hammond version, yeah, that would be amazing. I would like, and if it was like, it's not translucent, so it needs to be like red and like the flame effects like sculpted on, and like the little black marks and everything. That would be a great figure, I think. If they could pull it off.
Select did theirs, and they give you the option to put the 4 emblem on the chest or take it off. And he also had like a fiery stand as well. So yeah, there's again, you've just seen the Dark Phoenix accessory set. They can do big fiery pieces. So yeah, they could have a decent stand like for Johnny Storm. I have no doubts. Or the original Android Human Torch as well. Moving down to Nightcrawler.
Rectangular's in the chat as well. Show a Rectangular. Where's your leak list? We need a proper leak list. All these people putting out these leak lists that we don't know if they're true or not. You need to put one out. Put one out, Todd.
I'm trying to swat away this fly. Get out of here. Sorry, Todd. Yeah, Todd, get on it with the leak list. I'm not the leak guy. You're the leak guy. Go and leave a tap on somewhere, Rectangular. Go and find it. All right. Do we need Nightcrawler in a cowboy hat?
I mean, like 2 swords, and I mean, I think we do need a comic book Nightcrawler, because the X-Men 97 one is good, but it's very much like the animated face. Yeah. I think we need like that articulation on a classic Nightcrawler. I think that would sell, but I don't think it needs to be on this card. I think if anything, it needs to be on the orange card back, the classic X-Men card back. I mean, we're overdue a wave of them. It's been a while since, like 2 years since that Dark Phoenix wave. That was the last wave we had, wasn't it?
Yeah, with the one with Spiral in it.
Spiral, yeah.
And Multiple Man as well. I've still got a full set of them upstairs in a box because I ordered like too many of them.
Because you haven't got enough walls, have you, Dan? You haven't got enough walls.
It was just one of them where I pre-ordered in so many places, I forget to cancel, and now I've just got an extra box, and they're not worth that much anymore, to be fair. I think Spiral will be eventually, but and Multiple Men. Yeah, Multiple Man. Pirate hat, not cowboy. Sorry, Greg. Pirate hat. It's definitely a pirate hat, not a cowboy hat. But it's still an A-list. Like I can't not call it as an A-list.
What's the pirate's favorite figure YouTuber?
Rectangular.
I was gonna say shark to my surprise.
We both made it work. We both made it work there. Pirates are big Legends fans. They're fans of all these channels. Rectangular says, if a leak does not come from my source, you might not want to hold off on believing it. That's true.
There we go. I said that. I said these lists were loads of shit. That's what I said. The one who put up that Spider-Man, and people are still believing the comic book Spider-Man, even though the Spider-Verse one got like disproved like 3 hours later.
Someone said that there's a weird leak out there at the minute. I think Daysprings mentioned this as well, where there's going to be a spinner rack with QR codes on a book as a Build-A-Figure. That's got to be a messed up wrong. I spoke to Dan Yoon about the Build-A-Figure in my interview, premiering this Saturday during the Star Action Figures event, by the way. And the way he talks about that Build-A-Figure does not allude to the fact that it's a spinner rack and a comic. Just saying. So, yeah, some of these leaks, I swear, like... Definitely not me and Rich, by the way, but someone's made up these leak lists. If
there's a spinner rack, that might be shitter than Falcon's wings. I'm just going to put that out there right now, right?
Build a fig spinner rack. Yeah, let's not do that. Sorry, my train of thoughts got derailed, says Rectangular. Okay.
What? I don't get the spinner rack. Like, would you have it? Well, obviously not these. These are DC. Let me find a Marvel what they got. Would it have
On
like
brand.
QR codes that you could like download these
Yeah,
like the
that's what the
comic
rumor
book?
is. That's what the rumor is. It's a interesting concept, but I don't think it's right for a Build-A-Figure. Like if they had a deluxe set of like a re-release of Stan Lee, and he come with a spinner rack with comics, and the comics had a QR code to download a free comic, I think there's a cool concept there for sure.
If they did it, it would need to have Rick Jones and Marlo from The Incredible Hulk because they own Marlo worked in a comic book shop.
There you go.
So that would be the way. If you did that, I would be justified. I would buy that.
There you
Or like
go.
some fourth wall breaking character like Deadpool
Yeah, or
or
Gwenpool. Yeah,
Gwenpool
Gwenpool.
because
Yeah.
she knows it's a comic book universe.
Yeah.
So maybe someone like that. Marlo and Rick Jones, I would be in. Marlo and Rick Jones.
Yeah, and there you go. General Way says he would love a classic Rick Jones. Now, again, the idea, the concept is interesting. I'm curious to explore it, but not as a Build-A-Figure. So there's definitely something messed up there. California Red Devils just giving us more pirate puns. Displaying model behavior. Mad Hatter. Like, the pirates are big Legends fans. Big YouTube toy community guys, pirates are. Gwenpool will be perfect and has nothing to do with me wanting more Gwenpools, says Jamie. No, Jamie definitely doesn't want more Gwenpools in his life. He wants more Ahsokas. More Ahsokas, the merrier. Right, let's keep going. Move away from pirate. Right, Captain Britain. UK repping. Now, I had the privilege to reveal the last Captain Britain. And as much as I was excited at the time, in hindsight, we could probably get a better one right now. Now, this costume is another one of many versions of Captain Britain's costume. It's not the Excalibur one, though, so it's not my mind's eye by any means.
No, it is. It is. It's the first Excalibur one.
Is it this issue one?
Yeah. This is issue one. The second one was like the one you had later on. So technically, if you wanted Rachel, and then you'd need Megan in her like orange costume as well, and then you'd have like original Excalibur.
What am I getting confused with then? I'm just looking for the panel here. Excalibur 1. Let's have a little look-see. Bear with, there it is.
Oh, I'm wrong.
I knew it. See, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I was like, I don't want to challenge Rich.
You know who she is. Like, well, it's falling apart. That I might need to go to the doctor tomorrow.
I didn't want to challenge Rich on his comic knowledge, but I was pretty confident because this is my mind's eye of Excalibur. So like my mind's eye, I mention it all the time on my channel. So I knew that wasn't. I was pretty confident that wasn't the costume on the front of Excalibur 1. So that's fine. There you go. So yeah, it's definitely not.
So anyway, Vulture's coming out on a record card later this year, everyone.
Shush. Right, anyway, Captain Britain. Do we need an upgrade? Yes. Let's get a new pinless Captain Britain. Rich talked about earlier about some character types or body types not having the pinless technology yet. I do think the bulkier bodies are definitely in that category. So yeah, I'll take Captain Britain. But this Cap Britain does go with a green Megan, says Uncanny Sculpt. Because that's true. The Megan we have is obviously not the orange one from the front cover. So I'd take like... I know Rich was joking earlier with the 2-pack idea, but I'd take another 2-pack of Megan and Captain Britain again, if they were.
Or 3-pack, put Rachel in there as well, and you get all three in one go.
Yeah, let's get this team finished, Hasbro. There's only 5 characters. Like, let's get it finished. Come on now. We're so close, so close. So I don't know if this that's not first appearance Captain Britain either. Cute Court, is it? No, it can't be.
It's the red costume. He's like,
yeah, because that's when he just gets the powers, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'd take a first appearance Captain Britain as well. To be fair, he has to choose between the sword and the book or something like that, if I remember correctly. There he is.
I like Brian when he was Britannic and he came back. He was like a big himbo and he like didn't know anything. Rachel Summers like traded with him in the time machine to bring him back. And he didn't remember anything, and he was a bit evil. That was a good look as well, Britannic.
Yeah, I like this first appearance one too. But I'll take any and all Captain Britain's UK repping. Why the hell not? The old Captain Britain will forever remain in the Who crew. Don't you worry. No, we're not upgrading them out. But yeah, I'll take a new Captain Britain. Right, let's keep going. Iron Man. Look, it's an A-list character. Would they put it on one of these? Yeah, of course they would. But do we need it? No, we don't. So let's just move on. We've got plenty of Iron Man figures.
We've had that look as well,
yeah.
I think, recently on the retro card, haven't we, more or less?
Essentially, yeah. Right, Punisher as well. You know me. Shout out Christopher Allen, advocates for a new Punisher. Of course we are. But we are getting one in this sort of look. Maybe not the aesthetic design, but it's the all black.
This, like, yeah, it needs more the classic look. I think we need this one, innit?
Yeah, so like we are getting a new Punisher, but considering we're only just about to get a new Punisher, I doubt we'll get a Punisher on this type of card back. But I'd take in any and all Punishers, especially on that new body that he's going to be on. So I'm curious to get that new beefier body in hand.
I hope they go back and do this look as somewhat. I agree, it probably won't be next year, like because we've got that other Punishers, the War Journal set coming out.
Yeah.
But this is 100% a figure that we need on an updated body. Loads of guns, loads of weapons. That would be a great figure to get.
We always talk about characters that could be deluxe package, where it's instead of a 2-pack, you get a figure and tons of accessories. Spider-Man's always one that comes to mind with all the hands and the web effects, and like I still want like a scrunched up mask holding hand, so I can have Peter Parker on my shelf unmasked holding his hand. Like I know it's such a simple accessory, but I would love that for my display. So Spider-Man, Punisher with just loads of weapons, Mr. Fantastic with all his bendy parts and stuff. Like there are definitely characters that you could do in this deluxe style format with loads of extra accessories. And again, it's I know they always talk about it's a struggle to do accessory packs because how would they make it work on the wider scale, etc. Well, ignore accessory packs and just do figures with more accessories as deluxes or something. I think there's potential to explore there for sure. Let's go down to Cable. So which generation of Cable is this?
This is like early Cable. This is like end of New Mutants when Cable comes first appears. This version of Cable 100% would love this. Like I said, classic Cable needs an updated figure, but I kind of want it on the X-Force card. Like Deadpool needs people, like you said, with figures with only one card back. That Deadpool needs some figures to go with it, and he's Cable on like the blue packaging in this classic New Mutants stuff. I know technically it's New Mutants, it's not X-Force, but who cares? She-Hulk's on an Iron Man card. Who cares these days? Who cares?
Very true. Very true. Yeah, so again, Cable's one of those characters with plenty of different character designs, but he's very popular as well, so people would buy him. All the Cables go for a pretty penny on the aftermarket after they've sort of finished hitting retail. Right, let's go to the next page. Let's keep going. Right, so Deathlock. Now, Deathlock, we do actually have a couple of versions of. We've got this exact look in figure form, and then we got it repainted in his X-Force look as well. So you can sort of have one for your S.H.I.E.L.D. team if you wanted to, and then one for your X-Force. So he's not a character I think we essentially desperately need, but like we've been mentioning, he's a character that if they upgraded, I'd be curious to see what it would look like. He's got the similar sort of body type as Colossus, and I know a lot of people are wanting an updated Colossus to go like the Astonishing X-Men and stuff like that. So if they did go ahead and make a new body type with this metal skin that was pinless and all of that, then he's another character they could potentially use for it. Do you think?
Yeah, and this is the 50th anniversary year of Deathlock as well. So if there was any other year to announce a Deathlock figure, it would be this year. I would love a classic version, updated, all pinless, loads of like weapons you could like put on. This would be an amazing figure.
Yep, Deathlock, I think he'd do well. The old one came out a good while ago now as well, so gives people an opportunity to add him to the shelf, and he goes into a few different spots as well. Going down to Gambit, remember him? We absolutely will. This is a Jim Lee Gambit. We have got about 6 of these in recent time. I exaggerate, but I don't think he's necessarily needed for this card back. So unless you've got anything to add, Rich, we'll keep scrolling.
I want a Gambit next year, but I want a Remember Me Gambit in his like white tuxedo, or Channing all over my Channing Tatum version of Gambit. That's what I want.
Yeah, potential for more Gambits, but not necessarily in this exact Jim Lee look. I don't think Hasbro have nailed this look of Gambit yet in figure form. Again, I'd be curious to see if they ever do a soft goods version of this jacket, but I want bendy wire in my soft goods. Like if you're going to have it, I want to be able to pose it as well. So if you're going to do soft goods jackets and capes, it's frustrating when we get them without the bendy wire, because then you can't really pose as well. So
as you know, I hate soft good capes because they look like Barbies and they're not dolls, Dan. They're action figures, okay?
They're not dolls.
So listen to Chatmigos. They're not dolls, right? No, Chatmigos say that. That's what Chatmigos say. They agree. Yeah. Chatmigos.
But I did speak to Dan about an X-Men Wave 3 as well. So again, check out my interview on Saturday. We discussed lots of stuff, and X-Men 97 was discussed with some confirmations in there as well. He may or may not have confirmed Beast in Wave 3. May or may not have.
What about fucking Jubilee, Dan? Did we not ask the most important question? I'm like, I'm leaving, Dan. I'm leaving. And the offer's on the table now. People are approaching me.
Rick, I asked him questions like you were sat on my shoulder, my friend. Don't worry. You were mentioned multiple times.
Your poor shoulder, Dan. I hope you've been for physio, but okay.
Psylocke. In her Jean Lee outfit. Now, unlike Gambit, where I'm satisfied with my representation of Gambit on my shelf, I do think with the new pinless sort of female body, the sort of altered Black Widow base body, she is one worthy of it. Psylocke is definitely worthy of the new pinless, super articulated female body type. So give me another Psylocke in this outfit right now on that new body type. A couple of new head sculpts, maybe some new effect pieces. I would take it all day long. Would you agree, Rich?
She's, of all the X-Men females, she is 100% the first one I thought would be on this body. So the fact that we got Phoenix is good. I'm loving that Phoenix. I know people have started to get it in hand now. But yeah, I think Betsy Braddock or Quantum, whichever version you want, like this version of Psylocke, 100% we need this. Updated articulation, different head. But equally, we need there's so many versions of Psylocke they couldn't do. We've never had Caucasian Betsy Psylocke, or in a Captain Britain form. You said about Captain Britain form. She's now Captain Britain, they could do that. And Quantum's had a lot of different looks, in House of X. She's currently in X-Force. No, she's not in X-Force, she's in X-Men. She is in the X-Men book with Cyclops. Yeah, and Betsy is in X-Force. It's they're different people now. They're independent ladies, Dan, doing different teams and doing different members of the Summers family.
Okay, nice. Well, I agree. My most wanted, as much as I want this look for Betsy, in the new body, because like we see, she's one of those characters worthy of the new articulation. I still want Outback Betsy a lot as well. I want first appearance when she's walking down the stairs in a puffy sort of top, but I also want Outback with the armor that she got given as well. So there are multiple versions of Psylocke I would still like, or Betsy as we said. So yeah, potential's out there. Let's see if we can make it happen. White Vision. We got a White Vision on a retro card maybe a year or so ago. It was going for £6 in Smiths for a good while. So hopefully anyone who wanted one managed to get one. Yes, could he be on the new pinless Vulcan body? Yeah, sure he could. So could he be upgraded? Yeah, sure he could. Is he one of the characters?
You could do a translucent-y version of him, I think. That's what you could do.
Okay, I like that.
I would take that. That would be the only version I would need, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that actually. Yeah, with a bit of white paint, but it's translucent-y style. Yeah, okay, I like that. And then it's a bit different to the ones we've got too, and there's a bit of a contrast. Yeah, I take that. So again, not in the top 10 of needed redos or anything by any means, but there is upgrades that can be made to the current one we've got. Hawkeye we got recently we got last year's summer program with his Sky Cycle. Finally, a Rectangular could cross that one off his leaked list. Ryan Ting did make him wait for it though. But yes, we've got a decent version of him now. I'm trying to think, where's mine? Oh, mine's on his cycle behind me. He comes with a soft goods sort of bit, which some people like, some people dislike, but the reason it's there is so we can sit on the Sky Cycle, so I understand the logic. I'd love a version of Clint with his gimmick arrows. Do you know, we haven't really got any of his gimmick arrows yet in Legends form.
Like a little Ant-Man.
A little Ant-Man, just a boxing glove, just stupid, but just gimmick arrows. I just think would be fun. So again, if they were going to upgrade it, the one we've got though is pinless, isn't it? The one on the Sky Cycle. So yeah. So your thoughts on
and he's got soft goods on the
that's lovely. As I said, so. He's not one. He's one that's just got upgraded. So as I said, apart from the gimmick arrow things, I think he's okay. The one we've got, so not one we're in a desperate need for by any means. Silver Sable. Now we do have Silver Sable. She came in a Spider-Man wave a good while ago. To be fair, I'm not too sure of her demand on the aftermarket. Anyone want to tell me in the chat as we're chatting away? What's she going for on eBay currently? Let's play Price is Right, Rich. How much do you think the going rate is for a Silver Sable right now? I'm going to say she's still around. You can still get it for loose for around retail.
$30, I'd say. Not too much more.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think.
But then a lot of people bought her for Jocasta. what did they put her on? They did the
It was Lilandra.
Lilandra,
Yeah, Lilandra.
Lilandra.
Yeah.
That was it. I got it in the end. I'm lost in. I'm losing words
He's
now.
short circuiting. We can see it on screen. You're short circuiting. Yeah,
I think mine is some kind of allergic reaction. Can you see? I've got like,
yeah, red
I don't know
mark.
what's going on. There we go.
All right. Well, hopefully you're okay, mate. If you start
Fingers
itching, then...
crossed. Fingers crossed I haven't been crossing no peanuts today.
I'm glad you said peanuts. Bloody hell. Right. So,
Oh, well, we know I've been across the other thing, Dan. Come on. Come on. It's a Thursday. I got a day off.
It's a Thursday. Of course I have. So Silver Sable, could she do with an upgrade? Yes, she absolutely could. We've got that new pinless body now, and all female Marvel Legends need to be on that new pinless double joint. She's a character that doesn't even have double jointed elbows. So if you're a female without double jointed elbows, yes, you already automatically need an upgrade in the Marvel Legends line. She's had a few different looks. This look is definitely different to the one we've got on the shelf, but they are all still very similar. So she's one that, yes, we could get an upgrade of her, but is she worthy of being one of the 6 in a wave? Probably not.
No, I do not need this look of Silver Sable in that shapeless jacket that makes her look like a tank. It's a horrible costume.
It's like a
if I was Tyra
music
Banks,
video.
I would not have a photo in my hand. She would be going home. No to this version of Silver Sable, but yes to an updated Silver Sable.
Yeah,
in a better look.
So Robert says Silver Sable £40 on eBay. See, I told you, some of these figures, they creep up on the aftermarket. Like, when you try and backtrack, it's not as easy. Like, a character like Silver Sable, you think, oh, yeah, I can get her retail. No, you can't. Double retail by the looks of it. So, yeah, don't sleep.
But if you want a Silver Sable that's been repainted as a Lilandra, probably 50 of them. It's the proper one have come out.
People are trying to give them away. Yeah, this is why I don't do kit bashes or customs, because eventually you're going to get an official one. Right, moving on. Night Thrasher. Now, Night Thrasher is another one
Warriors
that we have got, but he could be upgraded. Like, he's got pins and stuff like that, but he could be upgraded. And like Rich says, new Warriors. With who do we need for new Warriors now? I think we're pretty good, right?
They've done the team, but it's not in the right look. So we still need Namorita in her classic look, and we need Vance Astro Justice in his classic look, his Marvel Boy look as well.
I think out the two, I want Namorita in the skin tone with the green, sort of the Tinkerbell sort of style look. The most. The other one I feel like we can squeeze in. But Night Thrasher we've already got, and it's a pretty solid representation of him. It comes with a skateboard that you're meant to clip on his back, but mine always falls out. It does my fucking head in. It doesn't even have any pegs on it, so you can stand him on it, which is always frustrating as well. But it's still a decent representation of Night Thrasher in the collection. But just with the general Marvel Legends upgrades these days, they could probably do a better job. Do you agree, Rich?
Yeah, 100%. I love, like, Monsters Go Home says about Silhouette. That would be a great 2-pack to put Night Thrasher and Silhouette. If you're loving in the new Warriors and you're missing them, Night Thrasher's just got a mini-series going on, and Silhouette is a big part of that with Night Thrasher. Highly recommend that. Really good, fun book. Evoking the original run by Fabian and Mark Bagley. Really good run. And Derek Robinson took over that a bit as well. I love the new Warriors.
Is he still in this look? Is he still wearing this?
It's on me. It's on me over there. Yeah, he's only got like this. This is like best look. So yeah, it's kind of like it's updated a little bit, but it is this classic look. 100% would love an updated Night Thrasher. In fact, just a box set of classic new Warriors. I would take all of them because they could all do with like pinless looks.
I talked with Dan about team box sets as well and completing teams in detail. So again, check out my interview. We discussed lots of Marvel Legends stuff, and I talked to him specifically about getting more teams in a box. So again, check out my interview on Saturday. Robert, real quick, what's the aftermarket price on Night Thrasher? Robert can help us out while we're live on the stream today. I'm just curious. I think he's another one that's higher up on the aftermarket than we think. So yeah, Robert, let me know what's the going rate for Night Thrasher currently on eBay. I'm curious. I bet it's more than we assume. Puck. Now, when did we last get Puck? He came in the Alpha Flight.
Yeah. And he was a build-a-figure in the dark build-a-figure days of the past.
Epic Hero days. I love the Epic Hero packaging, but it was a dark day for build-a-figures, to be fair. We got them both times with the yellow P, though, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and did one have bare legs on it as well, or did they both have?
I think they were both the same. I think it was the same as the Build-A-Figure. I think. Where is he on my shelf? He's so small. He's next to Aurora and Nightstar.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of having yellow pea on me, but I think red pea would be even worse.
I was
So
gonna.
I'll stick with my yellow pea, I
I
think.
like how similar our minds are because I was also going to crack a joke about not wanting red pea. So, this is why we're on the same show, Rich. Our wavelengths are in the same place. Pucker's bare legs, says Cloud. So okay, so it would be different. Yeah, so it would be different to this one on the card. But again, don't give us this card and put Puck in there. Don't waste our time. Don't waste our time. Do not do it. Don't do it, Hasbro. I'm moving on before you get ideas. I'm moving on. Union Jack. Now, we have got a Union Jack, but it's in his more sort of stealthy look. I like this look. This has to be a 90s Union Jack look, right?
Yeah, this is 100% 90s Union Jack. I do not like this look.
No, I just think it's... No, I'm not. I don't. By no means do I think it's like his best, almost iconic look. I just like it. It's like his It's like he's a rollerblader or something like that on some sort of game show. What's that game show with Arnold Schwarzenegger does? What's he do? Running Man. If it looks like he's a contestant on Running Man. That's where my mind goes. But I'd take it. I'd take a Union Jack like this all day long. But a new Union Jack in general would be good. The last one we've got, as I said, is in the sort of... Do you remember last time they duped us with Union Jack? Where the promo images, it was on the Sunfire body. But then the figure we actually got was on the Bucky Cat body. So Union Jack is like regular Bucky Cap articulation, which was fine for 10 years ago, but we're in a new era now. Our figures can move and pose a little bit better. So I do think Union Jack is a character worthy of one of the better articulated Marvel Legend bodies.
Well, they've got a new Bucky Cap, so just reuse that for all the characters who came with the Bucky Cap body.
It'll still be an upgrade. It'll still be a pinless upgrade and still has better articulation with the butterfly joints, because obviously Union Jack uses his weapons and whatnot. So what uniform would you want for Union Jack if not this one? The one we've got but just upgraded?
The one we've got is my favourite version of Union Jack. I'd like a Spitfire to go with him. It would be really easy because she's got the same costume as Firestar, with just like she got a different mask and blonde hair. So yeah, I would love Spitfire and Union Jack together. You could do like a vampire version of Union Jack as well, like with vampire teeth. Spoilers.
I thought you weren't a fan of vampires.
I like all vampires. I love vampires. I'm just not a fan of Jubilee as a vampire.
Oh, I forgot to ask you as well. Someone asked if you were skipping the Mafex Jubilee because she's got soft goods. Are you?
No, it's Jubilee. I'll buy a piece of shit if they put
Yellow Rain jacket on it.
Pink things in a jacket on. Yeah, that's all I need.
All right, good stuff. Robert says Night Thrash is going for about £30 these days. So again, still more than retail. So again, people think Legends decrease on the aftermarket. The majority of them don't. Honestly, the majority of them don't. Especially characters that you don't get often. Like the characters that you get once every fucking 10 years. They're the ones that creep up on the aftermarket. Where yes, you could probably get a cheap Iron Man or a cheap Spider-Man somewhere. But saying that, not all the Spider-Mans are cheap either. So I'm just saying, Legends hold their value better than you perceive. Yes, some go in the shits.
All the Darwins at my local game say, a lie, Dad. They call you a liar.
Shits. No, some go in the shits, granted. Some do. But there's definitely a section as well. If you're going to play that game, there's definitely a section as well that creep up on the aftermarket too, is all I'm saying. There's both ends of the spectrum, is all I'm saying. Legends is one... When the lines existed for 20 plus years, of course you're going to have a spectrum of different types. So, so again...
I'd love a Spectrum figure. Monica Rambeau in a Spectrum. That would be amazing.
That would be good. That would be good. This is why, like, I don't really... it seems like I buy everything. I don't buy everything when it comes to Legends. Like,
could you get sent them for free?
Of course, of course. Hasbro paying me the big bucks. Yeah, I quit my job and everything. I'm just a Marvel guy now. That's not true, by the way, people.
He's got Hasbro on the back of his head. It's tattooed on. Made by Hasbro. Copyright.
Not true. I still work 40 hours a week in a boring job like everyone else. Don't worry. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I'll figure it out. Right, let's keep going. Quicksilver. Well, we're about to get a brand new Quicksilver in the green pinless, and we've got a blue one already. So I doubt we'd be getting any new Quicksilvers anytime soon. Agreed?
Yeah, no, I'm fine with not having a new Quicksilver.
Yeah, cool. What about Wanda? We've got a couple of versions of Wanda. I still don't think we've got a great version of Wanda yet, though.
I'd want an updated Scarlet Witch, but I think I've said this before. I really like her current day costume. Russell Dortman designed one. I think is beautiful. I would love that. But again, Wanda is someone who only ever gets the same costume made again and again and again. There's so many different costumes Wanda's had, like the Force Works version. Even her classic version where the hood is more like hooded, rather less like a shaped headpiece. like they would be good as well. So yeah, we definitely could do with more Scarlet Witches. I'm surprised we haven't, considering how at the forefront she is of the MCU. Well, she's apart from like Black Widow, I'd say she's probably the second most popular female.
Yeah, most predominant push by them at least, because
Yeah.
she was a big player in Multiverse of Madness. She's rumored to have her own movie as well if things work out. So, yeah, I agree. And also, like, considering they've been going back and doing the old school Avengers, we've just got the Gold Iron Man, we're getting Giant Man, Wasp, etc. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch do join the Avengers team quite early on in the run. I think Captain America brings them in quite soon after he's joined, isn't he? So, and I think her costume's a slight bit similar, but it's a little bit different to this. Maybe the head sculpt would be different. So, yeah, I think Wanda's one of those characters we're yet to get on the new pinless body, so she'd be good with that. I know they're trying some new effect pieces at the minute as well, so maybe there's some potential there. So yeah, we've not got the definitive Wanda in Marvel Legends yet. She's worthy of an upgrade for sure. And I remembered what I was trying to say beforehand. I was trying to say that when it comes to Legends, if it's a new character in the line, I usually instantly buy it, whether I know them or not, because I just like adding new characters to the shelf and learning about them via the medium of action figures. So again, that's why characters like the few we mentioned that are going up on the aftermarket, it's because there's literally only one Marvel Legend of that character. So,
you were why we get Red Widow, Dan. People like you, Dan.
I wanted to learn.
People like you.
I wanted to learn, and I learned that she's so new in the comics. We still don't even know who she is. Like, her identity is yet to be revealed in the comics. Red Widow is a mystery.
The bio on the back of her card is more than the development she's had in the comic books.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, she's a bit of a background player in the comics, but she's meant to be a bit of a badass too. So I'm sure. I
wouldn't know, Dad. They haven't shown it yet.
In 10 years' time, Rich, there'll be a Red Widow movie, and we'll be laughing at this conversation. Scarlet Witch will return as Red Widow after appearing in a few movies. That's what's going to happen.
It'd be Robert Downey Jr. playing it, wouldn't it?
No, Robert Downey Jr. is back as Red Widow. Yeah. Just can't get rid of him. Havoc. Now we've got a couple of Havocs. When's the last time? The last time we got him with the watery effects in the. I know they're not water.
Bone Breaker.
But the Bone Breaker, yes, the Bone Breaker. So I'm looking at that guy now. He's still got the pins in, so it's not a pinless body, but he has got the big sort of same head sculpt that this one has. His more classic sort of crown. So, do we need one? No. I do like.
I think we could do him more Alex Summers, but I would like him in his Goblin Prince look for obvious reasons. But also, I like his new costume because it's kind of like his 90s look meets like the Frank Quietly new X-Men look kind of thing. I really like this one. So yeah, there you go, there he is. I would like that for Havoc. That would be a good one to get.
Okay, cool stuff. Yeah, it does look like the one we've got that sort of X Factor one with the Polaris. I always say her name wrong. Polaris.
Polaris.
I can't say her name. Can't do it.
Tit Polaris. There you go.
You know who I mean. She's got green hair. Magneto's third daughter. Third child.
Lorna Dane.
Let's call her Lorna. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so let's have it. Let's keep going. Iron Fist. Well, we have just got a pretty solid Iron Fist in the Marvel 85th anniversary line. No complaints from me on that Iron Fist. So I don't think we're going to be getting a different one anytime soon. So yeah, we've just got an updated Iron Fist where we'll move on. Now, Adam Warlock, however...
Oh...
Now, here's one that could, this is one, looking at this list, looking at this wave, Rich, I know we've said Phoenix is an instant so far. I would also say Adam Warlock is another, let's whack him on this card. Let's get him out in this look now. Because the last one we got is on an older body. He comes with that Magnus head as well. But it's not really his classic look. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%. I'd love this look for Adam Warlock. This is the one I would want, updated body. Like, he'd go fit in with the cosmic universe. He'd fit with, Drax and Moondragon and everyone else that we've got. Amazing figure. Would love this look in figure form.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to write his name down for our final thoughts because I agree. Adam Warlock in his more classic attire on an updated body with a decent cape, decent articulation. Yeah, he would look good. The chat.
People are chatting Polaris in the chat, but
Polaris.
Polaris. But then Uncanny Scouts are saying Polaris. So it's like you can't agree there.
I think it's Polaris, right? Polaris.
She's
in the Gifted, isn't she? She's in the show.
I was going to say
they say her name. They say her name loads in that.
Polaris.
Yeah.
Polaris. Polara,
Yeah.
Polarina.
Greg says Adam Warlock, but move to his Infinity Crusade look. Yeah, to be fair, I would like a new Adam Warlock. I also like the run where he's protecting the Infinity Stones because we've got that big Drax, haven't we, recently as well?
Yeah.
In that sort of lineup. So I do think Adam Warlock is a character worthy of the thing. Jamie just says call her John. It's easier. All right, fair enough. Let's keep going. Wonder Man. Now, we've got a Wonder Man, and Wonder Man's also a character that's getting his own Disney Plus show right now. So it means he's going to be on the schedule for next year, which means it may be in the sort of zeitgeist for Hasbro and Marvel saying, "Oh, do a new Wonder Man." We haven't got him in the classic look for a while. I'm trying to think of the Build-A-Figure wave we got him in. I know he was in the A-Force box set. No, he wasn't. He wasn't, was he?
West Coast Avengers.
That's what I meant, yeah.
No, he wasn't, was he?
No, he wasn't. No, he was. He had the red jacket on. He was in that sort of look, the Hollywood look.
No, that was in one of the build. That was in the.
That was West Coast. Oh no, you're right. He was the Build-A-Figure. Yeah.
Because we had that from Germany, remember?
Yeah.
From Amazon Germany.
Was,
we got it first. First was that.
Oh yeah, that was when YouTubers started making videos like we were making it fake shit. Oh yeah. Those geniuses. No, who was it? Is it? Oh, Puff Adder? Is it that one? Chode? It's one of them. It's one of the green Build-A-Figures.
Puff Adder.
There was like 8 green Build-A-Figures last year. It was one of them. Yeah, Puff Adder. Anyway.
Puff Adder.
We need a new one in his classic look. Would you agree, Rich?
Yeah, with his like arms out. And yeah, that would be a good one to get.
Yeah, and again, he should be on the radar because Disney Plus, I know it's live action, but usually the live action sort of shows can influence what we get in comic form because they don't need as much approval to get the comic stuff through as they do as likeness rights and stuff to characters in the MCU. So I'm just saying there's potential for a Wonder Man out there. All right, and
which is why we got that amazing wave of Deadpool figures this year. Comic book Deadpool figures. That was amazing timing.
Look, we got three, all right? Sasquatch. Now, we've got a Build-A-Figure Sasquatch. Again, another one that creeps up on the aftermarket. I'm sure people would like it to complete their sort of Alpha Flight team. I know he's in with that. We got the box set and the Build-A-Figure, and then the Guardian was in a different set as well. So I think people would appreciate a new version. Could they do a better new version? I think they could. He could be pinless. He could look a little bit more feral like this one. Would a new Sasquatch go down well with the community, Rich?
I mean, they do seem to be re-releasing a lot of the Build-A-Figures with like updated bits. So I mean, it could be a way to do it. I'm putting it on this card with, but I mean, what extras could you put with it? I just think this would be better off as like, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
They wouldn't do it. They
wouldn't
do it because they'd say it's a 2-pack. But give us Sasquatch, and the only accessory is Puck. We'd be fine with it. But just don't call it a 2-pack, and like we'd just accept it. We'd be like, no, we're fine with that. You mount down all the plastic that you would have used for some interchangeable hands and build a puck, all right? It's fine. We'd allow it. I'll speak for the community. I'm not Alexi, but I'll try and speak for the community on that one. Let's keep going. We've got to speed through this one because I want to move on to the after show. Firestar. Now, we got a pretty good Firestar, Rich, in the Amazing Friends 3-pack. Do we need another one?
No, but skip on to the next one.
Cool. Death said, now do we need this?
Got him! Skip on to the next one!
Alright, good. Got him. We got him in hand, people. Here's the one we do have on that card, alright? That's what started this conversation. Speedball, we got quite recently. It didn't really come with any effect pieces to represent his power, though, which is frustrating. But we do have Speedball in his probably most iconic look, so...
Yeah. Yes. I mean, we could do an updated body and with, like, I think the longer hair look, because it's like his more modern look.
And at least attempt some accessories as well.
Yeah, and I think like Cannon Beams, and there's like a couple of UK guys as well done amazing effects for Speedball. Yeah. So I think Marvel could definitely do a better job than this.
It can be done. Yeah, of course. US Agent. Now we did get a new one in the West Coast Avengers set we were both talking about, but it wasn't on a new pinless body or anything like that, was it? It was just a re-release of what we've already got. Or was it? Was it pinless?
No, I don't think it was.
He's too high up, so I can't get him. But I don't think he was. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. But US Agent is a character I'd take if they gave us a new updated pinless version. Of course I would. So, but his character design is very simplistic, so it's not complex. So it could be done. Let's keep going. Banshee. Now, Rich, we've got this Banshee already, basically, haven't we?
More or less. I think like probably the belt is a tiny bit different, but otherwise, yeah, it's more or less this version of Banshee we had in the a golden blue 3-pack.
It's over there somewhere.
And I think like the Banshee look we need more than anything is that green. Banshee, which is the one I think. Or if you meet Generation X Banshee with a jacket
Yeah,
and
teacher,
on a
teacher. Yeah.
Generation X card. That's what I want. Generation X cards. That's all I need.
I reckon the next Banshee they release should be the green
Generation
version.
X Banshee.
No, sorry. Selfishly, I'd say the green version. Of course, I want the Generation X one like you, Rich, but I'm just saying the community, they're selfish and they're out of order. So they probably
I'm
say the green
I'm
version.
just texting the strong collector. Sorry, Dan. What were you saying?
Okay. I reckon Banshee should come with an interchangeable head for siren that's screaming, as an apology for not giving us a screaming siren head in the past.
Yeah. Or they could do Siren on like her purple and orange costume or X Factor Investigations costume and do it that way, but make it so it's compatible with that.
With the peg.
I love Siren. Siren is, of
She
all
needs
the
a head.
X-Force characters, she's probably my most favorite one. So we definitely need some new Sirens out there. Like a family 3-pack. We'd do some new Black Toms as well.
Black
Damien
Tom
always wants
Cassidy.
that white shirt Black Tom. Put that in there as well. All the Cassidys in one go.
It still makes me. I watched Deadpool 2 when I was doing a recap of the Deadpool movies, and I like it when he goes, "I'm Black Tom Cassidy," and he goes, "White Wade Wilson." Like he just funny stuff. Megan, we've got this version now. The Megan we've got is pretty naff. Mine doesn't stand up very well.
Skip it. Next one. On to the next one.
Okay. Jubilee. Do we need this Jubilee, Rich? Want me to skip? Or what we say?
I mean, Jubilee in green pants, green, 100% Shelton Glory mask on. Look at those fire effects. Oh, every and all version of Jubilee with a big blowy coat on. I would 100% buy this. So if anything should be on this list, it should, of course, be Jubilee.
Yeah, again, I'm not going to argue with Rich. The strong collectors are fucking knocking his door at the minute. So yes, Rich, of course. green shorts, Jubilee. Ghost Rider. Now, this is the Danny Ketch again, right? Or is it Johnny Blaze?
I don't know. It's a Ghost Rider. We don't need it.
We don't need it. We're on to the next one. Beast. Yes, new pinless Beast. I may or may not have campaigned with Dan Yoon about a new pinless Beast during my interview. So I'll save my thoughts for the interview. But Rich, I'm assuming you're on the same wavelength as me anyway.
Yeah, we definitely need a new updated pinless Beast in his like classic. I mean, I think this is just a bit before Jim Lee started drawing it, but the Jim Lee Beast, I think, is everyone's most iconic version of Beast. So we could definitely do some new versions of that.
Yeah, give us a few different head sculpts as well that represent different eras, because he's in the blue quite a lot, but his sort of design and his head changes a little bit depending on the artist. So they could do a single packed Beast, but then give us like two different style heads. So again, give us some options with Beast. But yeah, I speak to Dan Yoon about Beast in my interview. We've talked about the rest of them, so we may as well talk about Invisible Woman. Now, as much as we were saying there are ways to upgrade the rest of the Fantastic Four, this image is probably a good representation of how I would like them to do a Fantastic Four Invisible Woman if they're going to do another one, and do it like a part transforming one, right?
You obviously haven't read enough Fantastic Four comic books from the 90s. I want Slutty Sue in her thigh-high boots where the 4 logo is a boob window cut out in the number 4, and she's got like armlash, she's got her legs are out. It's amazing. That Slutty Sue is what I want. That is the look I want. That is the hope that I go the look that I hope that they go with in the Marvel movie.
I'm googling 90s Sue Storm.
You take this Slutty Sue. You might get other things, Dad. You might get other things.
I put store instead of storm, and I just got loads of shoes. 90s Sue Storm. Oh, okay, I found it. At least I think I found it. It's not on the screen yet. I'm just perving on it myself at the moment. 1 second. I think this is a more modern version, but similar, right?
Yeah, it's a bit more modern than
they've upgraded it, but I know what you're saying. Yeah. Just that vibe. That
vibe, yeah.
Okay. Well, Rich wants that version, and I'd go for a translucent one. I know some people brought both of the Sue Storms from the retro card wave and sort of mixed and matched the pieces. So it was like one translucent arm and a translucent leg, and then they faded the color gradient in the blue and made the blue gradient, so it looked like it faded to invisible, which I quite like. So if Legends would have had a go at doing like a gradient changing to invisible Sue Storm, I think would be good. Like just slowly gradient out her hands so they go translucent. I think I'd like that. So,
but whoever did the painting of the heads for the last two Storm,
yeah,
they should be taken outside and locked away. If this one is made, nowhere near it, please.
Yeah, just do the digital face printing tech. You're good. You're good. Rogue. Now we've got this exact version of Rogue already, right? We got our single packs at the start of last year with Blob and those 3-packs.
I mean, we could have done with this more like this head is more that Outback era. I think we had like a J. Scott Campbell kind of head that went with it. But again, yeah, I'm happy with that Rogue. It goes in that era fine. So we can skip that one.
Skip Rogue. She-Hulk. Now, we've just got She-Hulk because she came in the Iron Man Build-A-Figure wave. Of course she did. Where else would you put a She-Hulk? But again, she's had a few different looks, hasn't she? So there are definitely still a few different She-Hulk costumes I think people would want. Is this blue one of them, Rich?
No, it would be fantastic. If it's going to be a retro carded Fantastic Four wave next year, then put She-Hulk in that. We don't need it in an Iron Man wave. There's so many places that She-Hulk could have gone, and she went in an Iron Man wave. She could have gone on a Fantastic Four.
She wouldn't go bad in here.
An Avengers Grey card. It could have gone in there, yeah, exactly.
Bigger box as well for a bigger character. You wouldn't have to bend her knees to fit her in then. We're nearly there at the bottom here. Doctor Strange. So we've just got Doctor Strange in a 2-pack with Wong. Before that, we've got a couple of versions of Doctor Strange now. To be fair, I do think Strange is that character where we yet to get that definite pinless representation. Is the one in the 2-pack with Wong been upgraded to pinless? Let me quickly look.
No, I don't think it has. I'm sure there's pins in there.
I'll have a quick look. Little look, see. He's got the same skinny legs, but they might have upgraded him.
What about the arms?
Enhance. It looks like they're pinless. And the arms are only single jointed anyway, so they're pinless. But it looks like they have given the pinless legs. He hasn't got any. They didn't do any side profile posing. Am I blind, people, or are those legs pinless for Doctor Strange? You guys in the chat are better at this game than me. It looks like they're pinless.
It does look like they're pinless. I would say pinless.
Okay, so we have got a pinless Strange. Some people don't like the way the cape is glued on. I don't mind it because I'm not really one to customize and switch stuff up anyway. So I'm not against it. The cape is definitely different to the ones we've got though. Like the cape keys in the same way on the top of the torso, but the cape design is different to the ones we currently have. So it
swoops to the right, not straight down like normal. It goes to the right.
We've got a few Stranges, is my point. So he's an A-list character for me in regards to Marvel lore. Is he worthy of being in this box? Yeah, of course he is, but he's not. He's not.
Is he not? Next one. No.
Oh, I like Strange. I don't think we need him. I was going on to say I don't think he's needed, but I do like him, is what I was saying. Silver Surfer. They've just done a re-release of him, which makes me think we're not getting a new Silver Surfer anytime soon.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, and we're going to end it there, because I think there is another page. There's actually I've got a list here.
And all the villains.
Yeah, look, there's loads. Look at all of them. We've only done 3 pages, so there's loads, and there's a few villains there. Like I'm thinking that one for sure, and even that one for sure. I may or may not have spoke to Dan Yoon about that character as well in my interview, so check that out. But yeah, there's loads. Like maybe we can continue this next week, Rich, and we'll do the next few pages.
And after the new trailer for the Marvel movie of the year, Kraven came out. Calypso could even be in there as well. I'm sure people will be in the streets for that movie. They'll want to Kraven everything.
Will Sony just stop it? Will Sony just go home, right? Go to bed. Take the night off. Just stop trying to do Marvel movies. Go home. They've not learned their lesson. And they've made it R-rated, which means they've already cut their potential audience. Because
when is Kraven out? Is it December?
Yeah. So it's going to be a great
birthday.
I'll
hire a cinema dad. Everyone can come and see the movie of the year. You're all invited.
Oh my god! Do you reckon Madam Web will make a cameo?
I hope so. I hope she's Kraven. Maybe.
Imagine if she does. Yeah, I'm not. I didn't even finish the trailer. I didn't even want to click it, but then I kept seeing all the Rhino images, so I thought, okay, I'll have a look just to look at Rhino. And then as soon as it ended, I was like, Sony, why? Just why, Sony? Just stop it. You're not the MCU. Step away. Step away from the Marvel property, all right? Just take your Spider-Man check and go on holiday, all right? Just stop trying to make your own money. You're just wasting money at this point. Make it as tax write-off. Bloody hell. Okay, Rich, we'll continue this next week because there's still plenty of cards to go through. And then by the end of next week, we'll potentially have a wave of figures we would like on this card design. If we both had to pick one now, Who would you pick out of the characters we spoke about today? If one of them could be released right now on this card back, who would you pick?
It would be Rachel I want a shiny in a red leather with spikes on it with chains. And I want two looks. I want a hound look and a like regular look with a little rat tail coming up the back. I love Rachel Summers. I would love that look for Rachel.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I would have picked Rachel first, but considering Richard's picked Rachel, I will pick Adam Warlock in his more classic look as well for an upgrade for the shelf. So yeah, there's our two favourite picks from today. We will continue this topic next week, as I don't think there's going to be too many Marvel reveals up until PulseCon, because PulseCon is the 13th of September, which is less than a month away now. So I reckon we're just going to see pre-orders from what they showed at Comic-Con up until then, and then we'll get more reveals then. But before we get out of here, let me just remind you guys where I'm going to be this Saturday. So I'm going to be, where is it? There it is. Star Action Figures. This Saturday, I'm going to be there live streaming, recapping my interview with Dan Yoon. So the interview I did with Dan Yoon is sort of part of this Star Action Figures collectors event. That's what we did the interview for, so we could premiere it at this event. So that will premiere on my YouTube channel at 4 p.m. And I'm going to go live on Saturday from 4:30 p.m. Saturday. Work out the maths in your time region. But I'm going live Saturday. Hopefully I've got some regular faces with me. I'll be showing off some new Marvel Legends in hand as well, as there will be new toys at that event that no one is yet to see in hand. So hopefully it's something good, because I'm going to be there driving a long way to see them. Brandon, no pressure, all right? But bring me something good. So I'm going to be there. And my interview with Dan Yoon will premiere on Saturday. We're going to go over to the after show, Rich, and we're not going to be there for an hour this time. I'm not even going to open the whiteboard, Rich. We're just going to talk to the guys. No whiteboard. We're just going to talk to them about what they would like to see from this card series, based off the figures we spoke about today, all right? Because we want to continue this conversation elsewhere. Legend and Liquors also this weekend. So this Sunday, we will be doing Legend and Liquor Sunday the 18th. So if you are a channel member at the Members Club tier, that is the second tier up, you can show some love, which I appreciate, or you can go one step further and join the Members Club. That is your ticket to Legend and Liquor every single week or every other week. Support the channel, be on the channel. It is ever so simple. I appreciate you. You keep me here on YouTube. I'll see you Saturday and I'll see you Sunday. Rich, when will we see you again?
If you're going to Cardiff this weekend, I will be watching Heathers the Musical on Saturday. So come and find me and welcome to my candy store. Otherwise, you can find me on Instagram, where 3% of down viewers love me. That's where I am.
It's more than 3%. You're good. You're fine. I think it's quite a high percentage of here. I'm going to have to put your face on my logo soon, and I'll be the co-host. But yes.
You couldn't afford me, Dan. We've already gone through this. You can't afford me.
Look, I know. My lawyers are sweating now. The strong collectors are coming in. I've heard they've got deep pockets. I'm like, shit. By the way, I say that with love. I've got nothing but love for the strong collectors. But you're not having Rich, all right? He's not going anywhere. Get his screen off here, all right? He's not here. Rich is nowhere. I've put him back away. No, we'll see you next Thursday, all right? We'll continue this trading card theme next week. And if there is any Marvel Legend news in the meantime, of course, we'll bring it back to you. But I'll be streaming all Saturday, most of Saturday and most of Sunday. So I'll see you on the weekend, people. We appreciate you. But we're going to go over to the after show right now. So if you are part of the Who Crew Deluxe, we will see you there. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to be a part of the show. If you are a part of the Who Crew Deluxe tier, and you can come and join me and Rich right now. But I will see you next week all the same. You can click that video or that video. And if you're on the replay, I'll put one of these videos as my interview with Dan Yoon, in case you haven't watched it yet, where I chat with Dan for a good 25 minutes, talking new Marvel Legends, and maybe there's a few little tidbits in there. Rich, any final thoughts? Quick, you got seconds?
Pick up my Vulture review now.
No, shush!